welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 10th of January 2016 and we are addressing the issue of gold and silver price manipulation. In part 1 we mentioned the views of economist Jim Rickards, who broadly stated that there is price manipulation, primarily carried out to assist China in increasing its gold reserves cheaply. In part 2, we reflected on the views of Dr. Paul Craig Roberts and GATA, and to a lesser extent Andrew Maguire, who claimed that manipulation is conducted to maintain the supremacy of the dollar. In this part, we're dealing with Bill Holter of Miles Franklin Precious Metals, who provides his perspective, and some cases supporting the fact that manipulation may indeed have been discovered. On the 16th of September 2014, Bill Holter, then an associate writer for Miles Franklin, stated in an article entitled, "But why are gold and silver markets manipulated?" the following, quote, "Why gold and silver have to be manipulated is at the very central core of the global monetary system. Global money today is all fiat, all creatable at will and whim by central banks, and have zero intrinsic value on their own. Gold, on the other hand, is money. I guess the best way to explain this is if you are issuing a currency, especially the reserve currency, which has no intrinsic value, and everything financial in the world is based off of or derives value from your currency, you must try to crush all competitors. If you think about it long enough, you will come around to understanding that euros, yen, pounds, rubles, and all the rest are not really competitors. No, they are all partners in crime, whereas gold is the competitor. Gold is nothing more than truth, if you will. Truth as in getting paid for or paying for something while making a true and real settlement. Something for something, rather than the current something for nothing scheme. So, the underlying argument here is that gold, being a finite commodity, has real value, as opposed to dollars which can be printed on demand. So let's look at a few examples where suspicions of manipulations are being taken somewhat seriously by the authorities. Joe Hall of City AM wrote on the 9th of November 2014, quote, "UBS, Barclays, Citigroup, HSBC, JP Morgan and Royal Bank of Scotland have been the subject of probes into their foreign exchange trading from regulators in the UK, the US and Switzerland. The 6 banks will announce a £1.5 billion agreement with the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency and the Commodities Futures Trading Commission in the US, and FINMA in Switzerland on Wednesday this week. However, unlike the 5 other groups under investigation, UBS's precious metals arm is closely integrated with its foreign exchange trading businesses." Reported by CNBC on the 28th of September 2015, Switzerland's Competition Commission, known as WACO, that's W-E-K-O, launched an investigation into the possible manipulation of precious metals trading by a number of leading banks. Following an initial probe into 7 banks, including Deutsche Bank, UBS, Julius Baer, HSBC, Barclays, Morgan Stanley and Mitsui, the investigation is looking into the possible manipulation and anti-competitive behaviour in the trading of precious metals, such as gold, silver, platinum and palladium, with the Swiss regulator looking specifically at whether the 7 banks named were involved in manipulating the bid-ask spread, the difference between the bid and the asking price of a metal. It will report its findings sometime in 2016 or 2017. This follows an earlier incident when in the UK Barclays were fined £26 million by the Financial Conduct Authority after one trader was found to have rigged the London Gold Fix, the twice-daily conference call used to value the metal that has since been replaced by an electronic system. So this concludes the first section of our reports, putting forward the case in favour of manipulation and why it is happening. In parts 4 and 5, we shall address how these alleged manipulations are being carried out and who is doing the manipulating. Then we shall move on to those arguing the case against manipulation. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumb up and share it on Twitter. Also, kindly visit our website regularly at www.illuminatisilver.com. Disclaimer: Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.